This prolonged consolidation may result in a more significant price increase, according to a notable market analyst, who has observed that XRP has been trading in a sideways fashion for more than 6 months. Approximately 190 days have passed since the digital currency has been consolidated between the price range of $2 and $2.6, according to the crypto expert Shu. This has been frustrating for both bulls and bears. The rise that brought XRP to $3.40 in January was followed by this action, which occurred after the rally had cooled down. Despite Ripple's good collaborations, regulatory news, and improved market mood during this period, the coin has taken longer than expected to grow. This is despite the fact that devotees are anxiously anticipating a continuation of the upward trend. Strengthening of support, but resistance continues to predominate. Recent events on the 12-hour XRP USDT chart that was shared by Shu demonstrate that XRP has demonstrated signs of strength by rebounding from the support region located around $2.10. On the other hand, higher resistance zones located close to $2.60 and $2.90 continue to thwart any attempts at a breakout, which maintains the asset in a state of ambivalence for an extended period of time. Shu's XRP chart, which was uploaded on X Images. It is important to note that this discovery comes after XRP dropped below $2.08 on May 31st. Since then, it has made a little recovery to around $2.28. But as of the time of this publication, it is trading at a lower price of $2.18. As a result of this ongoing pattern of range-bound behavior, Shu worried whether or not XRP will ever break out of its range and how long it might take. Holders continue to feel upset as a result of this back-and-forth price behavior. It is said that the stronger the breakout, the longer the consolidation lasts. Shu continues to maintain an optimistic outlook despite the muted price activity. On behalf of XRP investors, the expert brought to their attention the fact that prolonged periods of consolidation frequently precede large price changes. This perspective recounts how XRP staged a tremendous 6x rise between November 2024 and January 2025 after consolidating for 7 years. The rally occurred during the months of November 2024 and January 2025. As the cryptocurrency XRP moves into yet another phase of inactivity, market participants are keeping a watchful eye out for a definitive move. When it comes to a comeback for XRP, key levels to watch within a separate post, Analyst eGrag emphasized the significance of $2.30 as a significant short-term resistance level. It is possible that a double bottom will be confirmed and a rally will be triggered above $2.50, $2.65, and potentially $3 if a 3-day candle closes above this point, and the 21-day exponential moving average. If XRP were to break through this level, it would only require a rise of 7%, but bearish sentiment continues to be a hurdle. When it comes to maintaining the bullish setup, support at $2.07 is believed to be extremely important. In the meantime, the study conducted by eGrag indicates that XRP has the potential to experience a jump of 1,200% to $25 once bullish momentum becomes established. The Elliott wave structure, which shows that XRP has finished its corrective phase 2 and may be entering a bullish wave 3, is the primary source of inspiration for our prognosis. This pullback came after XRP reached its highest point of $3.40 in January, after which it dropped to $1.60 before climbing back up to above $2. Even if the price activity in recent times has been slow, momentum may soon begin to building. Furthermore, X-Force Global, an analyst, provided an even more bullish forecast, stating that they anticipate XRP to reach $40, while stating that $10 is a cautious prediction based on the same Elliott wave structure. It is important to note that the content presented here is merely informative and should not be construed as financial advice. It is possible that the author's personal opinions are included in the views represented in this article. Nevertheless, these views do not represent the opinion of the Crypto Basic. It is strongly recommended that readers conduct extensive study before making any decisions on investments. It is not the responsibility of the Crypto Basic to compensate for any financial losses. The vast majority of people who are a part of the XRP community do not feel that the coin is capable of reaching a realistic target price of $10 during its existence. In a recent X poll that was carried out by Dennis of Virtual Bacon, an experienced cryptocurrency investor, the members of the community stated their opinion on this matter. Outcomes in total. In the poll that was just recently created, members of the XRP community were questioned whether or not they believe that $10 is a reasonable long-term aim for XRP. The respondents were given the opportunity to select either yes or no to indicate whether or not they considered that XRP had the potential to achieve the desired result. Promotional material. A free star. It was determined that about 7,114 members of the XRP community took part in the poll to determine the final outcome. Particularly noteworthy is the fact that 53% of the total responses, or 3,770 users, do not believe that a long-term aim of $10 for XRP is feasible. On the other hand, the remaining respondents, which includes 3,344 people, are of the opinion that the price of $10 is a reasonable aim. In spite of this, the results of the survey indicate that members of the XRP community are skeptical about the possibility of the coin's price reaching a double-digit level, somewhere around $10. Things that are creating doubt, noting that 100% of XRP's supply has already been pre-mined, with coins being dumped into the market on a consistent basis. One user voiced their uncertainty regarding the attainment of the aim. The continual release of XRP into the market by Ripple on a monthly basis is where this criticism is referring to. It is important to remember that Ripple placed 55% of the supply of XRP in escrow back in 2017. Ever since that time, the business has been releasing 1 billion XRP from escrow and locking back up to 800 million of the tokens that were released back into circulation. The quantity of tokens is increased by around 200 to 300 million per month as a result of this technique. Advertisement. Despite the fact that the price of XRP is typically consistent during each escrow release, there are members of the community who assert that the process has brought to a significant decline in the coin's performance over the years. As a consequence of this, the majority of users do not consider $10 to be a feasible aim for XRP. XRP is expected to reach $10 this year, according to analysts. To put this into perspective, in order to reach the $10 aim, there must be a 371.69% increase from the present price of $2.12. Assuming that there are no significant changes to the 58.82 billion coins that are now in circulation, the market capitalization of XRP would surge to around $588 billion if it were to reach this threshold. Despite the fact that the majority of X users do not believe the $10 aim to be attainable. As indicated by the most recent poll, a number of analysts continue to have a positive outlook regarding the prognosis. Earlier, a well-known market expert by the name of DK64 Trades predicted that XRP will easily achieve the $10 target this year. The knowledgeable individual provided support for his statement by drawing a comparison between the dominance of XRP in the present cycle and that of January 2018, when the coin reached an all-time high of $3.84. The market dominance of XRP remained at 5%, according to the expert, despite the fact that its price had skyrocketed to approximately $3.30 in January of 2025.